Hello, so welcome to the Excel Intermediate Module 5. Okay, so in this video, we are going to cover pivot table. At the same time, we are going to make a graph, okay? So this is the one, okay? This is something we are going to do in this video. Okay, so this is something dashboard we are going to create. And this dashboard is interactive. Interactive means, okay, it's dynamic. When I have the multiple when I have the data added or when I select the filter, it's all dynamics. Okay, so how can we do this? It's simple, super easy. Okay, first you go to download the data in intermediate module 5. Okay, so this is a long data we have usually, right? Okay, so first to make it as a pivot table, okay, now we select the data here and we put Control A. Make sure you only select the data, don't select the empty space. After that, we press Ctrl T, then will pop up, do you want to create a table? Make sure you have table has column, my table has header, then go OK. After that, we go to insert and we select pivot table. We select pivot tables. Okay, so from pivot tables, then we'll go for new worksheet and we will choose OK. So from here, you can see all the header, the table is stored in here. It's under pivot table field. If you can't find this, usually it's under pivot table. There is field list. You get on and off if you can't find this function. And from here, you can change the layout. Let's say I want to change the layout. So let's say I want to do this. You can change the layout to the layout you prefer. Okay, so you can change the layout you want. Okay, but I prefer this layout. And from here, there are 4 boxes here. First one is filter, second is column, third one is row, and next is value. It's super easy. Okay, now we try to drag any region. So let's say I try to drag this one. You just drag the region to the row. So from here, you can see when I drag it into a row, right, you can see it will arrange in one line. But okay, what if I try to arrange? Okay, so what if I try to arrange? Okay, so I try to make the regions become column. Then you will see the east, south, north, and center, they will arrange in horizontally. So that is the difference between row and also the column. So you can just drag and drop. You can just drag and drop to get any values you want. So for examples, I want to know the regions and I also want to know the sales. So I can just simply go to the sales here. I select the sales. I go to sales. After that, I drag the sales into values. So from here, you can see now they summarize for us. That's simple. Okay, if you want to create second pivot tables, it's easy. You just need to highlight entire tables, Control C and Control V. Then you will see the table here. So let's say for the region, now I don't want to see region sales. I want to see monthly sales. How can I do that? Okay, so for the month, if your data have month, yes, you can do for this. You can just drag the month here. Then they will analyze for it. If your data do not have month, you can also drag the order date inside the row. Then you will see they will auto came up like this. If you didn't see this one, if you didn't see the January or February, don't worry. Or you just select the date, go to pivot table analyze, you choose for group selection. So group selection, you just select for the month and days. You can choose for quarter as well. Let's say I choose for quarter, then you will see I go for OK. Then you will have quarters. All right, and after that you will see there is quarter, month, and days. So I don't want too many info, so I will drag the days out. I will also drag the month out. So I have only quarter 1 and quarter 2. And the order dates, month and quarters, and it will auto record here. If anytime, let's say, I want to see monthly sales, I can also drag the month back here. So don't be worried. So now you will get the same answer. Okay, I can also analyze for different field. For examples, I want to know the sales, I want to know the cost, I want to know the profit. Can I do that? The answer is yes. I can just go to cost column and I drag to values. I can also go to profit and drag to the sales here. So now I have sales, I have cost, and I have profit. And if you think the sales is not good, right, you can just simply go here, sales, Oh, this one already exceed. Sales, we can change to total sales. Okay, so why it cannot be sales? Because we already have column name sales. So this one I make it as total cost. The second I will make it as total profit. So this is how we can do that. Okay, so now let's continue to the third pivot tables. I can just simply go here, Control and Control C and Control V. I select this. Okay, now I don't want to see monthly sales lah. I want to know the category and subcategory. Is that possible? Yes, I can just simply drag my category. Okay, at the same time, I want to know each category from each month. Then I can drag my month into the filter. Oh, sorry, I will drag my month into the column. So now you will see, I have electronic and I have the month here. After that, I drag my sales. Let's say I want to know my sales. Okay, then I will drag like this. Okay, so at the same time, you can also drag for two level. Two level mean I can move my month here. You can move, okay, you can move the month here so that you can see something like this. So this also two dimension. You can just drag and drop until you get something you want. And after that, if you drag like this, you can go to pivot table, analyze, or design here. Design here, you can change the color. All right, you can change the color you like. At the same time, you can also change the design. Let's say when I go to report layout, I can change to tabular form. So tabular form is look like a table. I can also go to compact form. This is compact form. I can also do for outline form. This is outline. You might not be able to see the difference. This is compact. This is compact. Then this is outline. This is outline. And this is tabular. So that is the difference. Okay, if you want the item to be repeated, I can just go to the grand total here. Sorry, I can just go to report layout and I can say report all item. So you can see this is January, February, and March. Okay, other than that, you can also on and off the subtotal. So let's say I off for the subtotal is here. Say I on and I off this one. So it's on, this is off. You can also on the row or on the columns only. So this is how we can do. So this subtotal, I can also don't want the subtotal. I can also say show all subtotal. I can also make the design. So this is how we can play around with the layout. Let's say I don't want this, I can just simply drag my category here. Then you will see like this. So it depends how you want to look at the tables. Okay. So now this is how we can play around with the pivot table. Okay. And for intermediate class, we will try for the simple dashboard, which is super easy. So how can I do? I can just go to simply here and go to insert, and I can insert the chart here. So I insert the chart. Okay, so you can choose any chart you like. Let's say I want to choose for this. After that, I will resize this. Okay, I'm too small. Okay, I will resize this chart. Okay, if you don't want to see this button, I can right click and hide all field button. Okay, so this title you can edit. This is total sales by region. Okay, and next, this data actually they are linked with this. For example, I try to sort and I right click here, I go to sort smallest to largest. Then you will see my graph, they will move smallest to largest. This is how they arrange, they follow the pivot table. And one pivot table is for one chart. So let's say the second one, I can do for line chart. Okay, so I can do for line chart and I can just simply choose any line I want. So I do for this. And this one also the same. I can just go here and hide all field button. So I can just go here and hide all field button. After that, I will get something like this. So I will get hide all field button. Okay, then you will see something like this. They have total sales, total cost. Okay, I can also do this. Maybe this one I want to be a pie chart. You can also insert pie chart you want. Say January, February, and also the sales, right? So it can become like this. So, okay, if you want to look at the proper way, then I can just do for data label if you want to see the numbers. Okay, if this one is too confused, I can do data call out. And you can just simply drag and drop. Say, this one I can just simply drag and drop. So I have January, I have February, I have March. Okay, but this one I don't encourage to a donut chart lah. I think we can try this one because it's quite complex. We can try bar chart. Bar chart is better. Then you can see the difference. This bar chart is better. You try to choose switch. I hide all few button. You can also add for title. Let's say you can also add for data table if you want. You can add for the chart title. So this chart title, okay, we go for sales by month. Category sales by month. Category sales by month. Okay, so now you can try to arrange this. Okay, this one maybe I want to choose. Okay, I can just simply go to insert here and I choose for bar chart. Then the chart they will change. They will change to the pie chart. And this one I can use for data label or you can do for data call out if you want. Then this one nicer. This one I try to arrange here. Okay, you can also change the color. So let's say when I try to do this. Okay, so I can do this. Okay, so if you can also change the line, let's say when I select this, right, you will see format chart area. If you can't find this, you can just right click and go to format chart area, this one. Then it will pop up here. Then for fill, you can choose no fill. And for border, I can choose no line. No, so can you see there's no background colors? I choose no fill and no line. This one. Okay, so you can do so some. This one also the same, no fill, no line. Okay, after that, this one, I will change to no fill, no line. Okay, so this one, okay, I will insert a shape manually to this. Insert a shape, put it here. Okay, maybe this one I change to white colors. Change to white. And I will right click and send to back. So now you will get something like this. So I just repeat the same step for the others. Copy and paste. So this one I send to back. So also the same, copy and paste, send to back. Then we'll get like this. So I can make it smaller. Right. So now you can see this one. Okay, add for the data chart title. And this one we choose for monthly sales, monthly profit, cost, and sales. Analysis. Done. Okay, so this is something we can do. For the map and the card, this one or advanced charts, I will teach you in the advanced class because it's quite complex. For beginner, you can just try until here. So it's good enough for you to do. If you want to add for the title, I can just go to insert and I will go word art and do this. This one, I make it as dashboard. We say ABC company dashboard. Okay, so you can make it, you can have, let's say something like this. You can make it smaller. Go to home and make it smaller. Bold, then we'll get like this. Okay, so now we get something like this. Okay, so next what we are going to do here is you can also insert slicer. What is slicer? I go to choose any pivot table and choose pivot table analyze and I choose slicer. Insert slicer. Okay, so slicer is something like a filter. I can just do for filter and I can just go to the, let's say I want to filter by payment method. I can just go here. Then now you will see they'll pop up something like this. And when I select any of this, can you see the chart is moving? The chart is moving. But only one chart is moving, right? How can we move this? I can just right click and go to slicer, report connection, and this one I tick for all pivot tables. Then I go OK. So now, okay, let's say I click for one wallet, then you can see all the graph is changing. If you want to redesign this, I can just go to slicer and this one I increase the column. I increase the column and resize this, then it will become like this. At the same time, I can also click for pivot table, go to pivot table, analyze. I can also insert timeline. Timeline is only for data. Okay, and from here, let's say I do for this. I make it smaller. Okay. So timeline, I can change to quarter lah. So quarter is better. Let's say I choose for quarter one, quarter two. I have no data for quarter two and three, I think. That's why no effect. Then I can choose for quarter one or quarter two. Quarter two only 1 month. That's why it become like this. And also the same, right click and go report connection. So connect for all the pivot table. Then go OK. So now, then you can see even I click for this, all the graph is moving. So now you can arrange for this. So this is how we can play around with the dashboard generation. Okay, and if you want to change color, you can just simply go to page layout and I will change the color here. You can choose any color you like. Let's say you want pink, then you can go for pink. If you want to go for Austin, you can go for Austin. So you can choose the color so that your dashboard is different with the others people's. Okay, this is how you can play around with the colors. Okay, other than that, okay, let's say you don't want the grid line at the bottom, right? I can also go to view and off the grid line. And you see the difference? So when you do the presentation, I can also double click the view and close all the things. So when I do the presentation, so someone know what am I talking. So easy. You'll do for this. Okay, so this is how we can do for the pivot tables. Okay, so some of the people, they will do it in another worksheet. When you do it, and because when you see when I click the slicer, do you realize the interface is shaking? Why is shaking? Because the pivot table is moving. That's why they make your chart is moving as well. So some of the peoples, they will group this one. As I select, I press Control. I press Control to select all the shape and the graph. This one. Okay, I press Control and select. So I go to cut Control X. I open a new worksheet, empty worksheet. This one I go to View, Grid Line. I off it and paste it here. So now you can see my graph is here. So when I do some adjustment, so now when I on and off, the interface is nicer. Okay, so when I want to clear filter, I can go for this. You can press for Control to multi-select. Control, CTRL. You press for Control. Okay, so this is how you can play around and build a simple chart with pivot table and pivot chart. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you have any question, you can ask me. For the advanced graph, I will teach you how to create the maps and cards in the class advanced. Okay, so see you in the next video.